No, our favorite lawyer had to stop by, so today we are learning more legal advice with Peterson's law office. I mean, just introduce our third co-host.
Yeah, he's on here a lot.
You don't want me on here. You would lose viewership really quickly.
Stop it.
You're on here all the time, and they keep coming back for more because you provide a great service and some great information for folks out there.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And look sharp in that suit.
I know,
It's summertime.
right?
It's summertime,
It is,
right?
That's a perfect color for
Yeah,
it.
thank you.
Okay, so recently I was watching a video, and you know how we love to watch videos and then ask you about questions
course.
later, but there was a semi reversing and didn't see a man at the time and accidentally ran over the man.
Oh, man.
Tell me a little bit about the process of how things would go from that moment.
Sure. Once we get a call from a family in that situation, it's obviously very tragic. We want to let them go mourn, and then we want to go collect evidence, you know. And so in trucking cases, commercial vehicle cases, they're governed by the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Act, some real specific laws on things you can and can't do. Also, these drivers are governed by the CDL, the Commercial Driver's License, and then we pull those manuals, we have them, of course, and it tells us what they can and can't do, so we immediately get to those and start seeing what violate. And I can tell you there's about 10 violations with what you just described because they're real specific laws. Also, what we do is we get an accident reconstructions out there immediately because not only do we want to look into what happened, this truck violating regulations and the law about backing into someone without taking the proper care, without the proper lookout, probably doing it on a roadway, which means they're going a different direction on that roadway than they should be traveling as well, is what my assumption is. But we want to look at the truck itself. We're going to look into the driver. The federal government does a really good job through the SAFER system giving us a ton of data about these commercial drivers. Have they had other problems? Have they been cited before? We had a recent case in Western Kentucky where we found that this commercial company had numerous violations, had been warned about the exact issues that ultimately caused our client's death, and they didn't change them. Right, so we want to make sure these things are being changed. That's what we do, is we try to hold people accountable. We want to make sure that if they are cited or something happens, change that conduct, become safer. Go conduct your business, that's fine, but do it in a manner that's safe, that's in accordance with the regulations and the law.
I mean, there's so many things that you're talking about. They're only allowed so many hours driving on the road and all these things, and that's just something that you and your team will dig in on and investigate, right?
Yeah, you're exactly right. And there are experts that talk about sleep studies and sleep debt and whether or not you've gotten enough sleep and the dangers of not having enough sleep. And even if you slept the night before, what if you were up for 6 days prior to that driving as well? So all of those things factor in, and we can't uncover that unless we're investigating, unless we're getting all of that data, all the evidence. The other big thing, because I did trucking defense as well, the records for a trucking company can be destroyed after a very short period of time according to the regulations. They're allowed to do that. So we have to get involved and send what we call a spoliation letter demanding preservation of all of that data. Once we send that letter, they can't destroy it under the law. So that's a big deal as well.
How can we see you and check you out?
Yes, you can go to our website at justinpetersonlaw.com, or you can give us a call at 859-469-6390. More than happy to discuss the facts of your case.
Absolutely. When you see him on a billboard, just wave.
Just wait. That's what we do.
Yes,
Thanks.
we do.
Thanks, Justin.